Hey guys, Tania Mack here. Today I'm with Josh Graves, owner of Fitness on Fire. Fitness on Fire is a Spartan and obstacle course gym in Irvine, California. They've prepared hundreds of people, myself included, for these types of races. And if you're unfamiliar, these races range from 3 to 36 miles of trail running and a ton of obstacles. Today Josh is going to be sharing some running tips with us on how to run with good form and to prevent injuries.
Awesome. Thanks for having us, Tanya. So Tanya, again, thank you so much for having us. Excited to be here. And today I'm going to give you 5.5 tips on how to run better and safer.
Great. Looking forward to it.
Cool. So number one is you always start with a good warm-up. It's very important that you get your joints and soft tissues ready for the work you're going to do, especially if you're going to go on a long run. All right, so number two is about posture. And what's really cool is if you watch Tanya's recap video of her running, she has a really good posture, especially in her upper body. She does a good job of staying upright. One of the tips we use for our runners is head up, chest up when you run. So think about posture as two things, the upper body posture and also the lower body posture. So a lot of the times when runners run and we're in this running stance, however we run, go ahead and demonstrate with us there, Tanya. A lot of runners are broken at the hips. So a lot of the times their hips are behind them when they run. And really what they need to do is bring their hips forward. By keeping your body in one hole, almost like a plank, right? When you're doing a plank, when you want to fall forward and you're running, your body allows you to, versus your hips being behind you, and it serves like you had a parachute drag behind you. Number three, we talked about warming up properly. We talked about making sure our posture is right. Now we're gonna talk about foot strike. This is a hot topic in the running community. So first I'm gonna have Tanya go ahead and stick your leg out as far as you can so your heel's up on the ground. In this stance, notice you probably feel extremely unbalanced, yes? Okay. Number two, if you wanted to fall forward, go ahead and just kind of take a move forward, and you'll see that this foot, it serves as a brake system, right? So if you lean back and you go to lean forward again, that foot stops you from moving forward, yes? Okay. The last part is here, you're also overextended a little bit. These joints aren't as strong out here as they would be if they were close to the body. So very simply, from that position, go ahead and bring your foot back to your foot's flat on the ground. This would take us, there you go, you good. This will take us more to like a mid-foot strike. A little bit better than a heel strike, a heavy overreach with a heel strike. So if I'm on my midfoot here, if I go to lean forward, you'll see that there's still a little bit of a brake system there. So if you try that, but not as much, right? You can kind of go through that brake system a little bit. Here, you've got maybe a little bit more balance, yeah? Okay. Then the last one, the most advanced part of our run, if we could get to it, would be getting to more of like a forefoot strike. So go ahead and bring that foot back a little bit. And the forefoot strike, we want to have it somewhere close to the center of your gravity. It may not be perfect, like right underneath, but it also doesn't want to be out here, right? We're exposed out here. So keeping that forefoot strike, if we are in a good posture, so head up, chest up, hips come with us. If we wanted to fall here, if you tried, nothing's going to stop me now unless I, right? So I don't have that break anymore, right? So if I'm a heel striker, I'm hitting ground reaction force and brakes every single stride. So number four is about cadence. How often your feet are touching the ground. Essentially, you want to spend the least amount of time on the ground possible. You don't want to think about reaching far to go somewhere. You want to think about how frequently your feet are making contact with the ground. The average runner runs at about 160 beats or strokes per minute versus what should be closer to 180 beats per minute. So one way you can practice or get a feel for this is using a metronome timer. We're going to use one today that's 180 beats per minute. It sounds like this. So if we moved our feet to that, so it'd be, and then if we wanted to move forward, what would we do if we wanted to move forward? We would fall forward, right? From the hips, the good posture, right? And trying to keep that cadence as you run. Now here's what's interesting. I'm going to take off for a second if you follow me real quick, Bianca. If I wanted to move faster, I pull my feet higher, but I don't change the cadence. So number four is you want to mobilize your feet. You got to take care of the soft tissues of your feet. Really, really important. So these are a couple. We can actually roll the feet out with the lacrosse balls. We can kind of sit on the shins, and this is good for like shin splints and people that have like top of the foot issues. And then also what you could do is you could put your toes down on the ground, and you get to stretch out the bottom of the feet, the fascial tissue on the bottom of the feet. And that's a good one for you with your toe. So these are all a couple stretches. Just taking care of your feet, making sure your soft tissues are supple to do the work that you're trying to do is, I think, imperative if you want to stay healthy while running. So 5.5 is have grace with yourself. No matter where you're at in your running, if you're setting PRs for your marathon or if you're brand new to running, typically too often, too fast, too far, too hard, those things result in injury. So a lot of the times you just have to have some grace with yourself. If it's a day you're supposed to run, but you don't, your knees, your ankles, they don't feel good, take that day off. Go a little bit slower. Don't take it so seriously. If you can't do great things, do small things in a great way. Just do a little bit and a little bit and a little bit, and eventually that adds up, and one day you'll wake up, you'll be a runner. But in the beginning, you just got to have some grace with yourself and let your body catch up and heal and go through the learning curves of running and do it naturally.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time out today to share those tips with us.
Absolutely, my pleasure. I hope it helps, and anytime at all.
Awesome.
Thanks, Tanya.
Thanks.
I got to hop off this meeting with the coaches.
Awesome.
Have a good one.
Have a good one.
Take off running.
I had no idea he was going to make me run this much.